Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on solving quadratic inequality. So in order to solve quadratic inequality, let's review what is inequality. So we can write inequality using these four symbols. Okay, so the first symbol is denote less than, second symbol is denote greater than, third symbol which means that it's a less than, but then there's an equal sign, so it's a less than or equals to, and the fourth symbol is just greater than, but with then there's a stroke there, okay, which means that it's a greater than or equals to. Okay, so moving on, there are 5 steps in order to solve quadratic inequality by graphing. So the first step will be, okay, to rewrite our quadratic inequality in its general expression form, ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so it's either is a greater than 0 or less than 0 depending on the condition from the question itself. Second step will be to factorize completely our quadratic expression. Okay, so it's in that form, x minus alpha, x minus beta. Third step will be to find out where does it cut the x-axis. Okay, so in other words, we just need to solve this factorized form. Therefore, you have x is equals to alpha and x is equals to beta. All right, and fourth step will be, okay, to sketch our graph. Okay, we should know that a minimum graph, which means that a is greater than 0, so which means that a is a positive, which gives you a smiley face. For a maximum graph, on the other hand, will be when a is less than 0, which means that a is a negative, therefore it gives you a sad face. Okay, and the last step will be step 5. Okay, so we need to know, okay, the parts where it's indicate. So for example, if we are looking at y greater than 0, okay, which means that for a minimum curve, we are looking at these two regions, okay, which is in red color. While for a maximum curve, okay, is this red region also, okay, so which means that anything that is above the x-axis, okay, the horizontal line will be considered as y greater than 0. Whereas for y less than 0, we are looking at anything that is below the horizontal line, okay, which is denoted here by the region shaded in blue color for a minimum graph, and the region blue color, okay, for a maximum graph. Okay, and it's denoted there for y less than 0. Okay, let's move on to our example. Okay, example number 1. Okay, it says that find the range of value of x for which that x squared plus 5x is greater than 6. Okay, so what we do will be the first step to rewrite that quadratic in terms of x squared plus bx plus c, which means that I just need to move this 6 to the other side to get negative 6. Alright, second step will be to factorize, so that will be in the factorized form, okay, using try and error method. Okay, the third steps will be to find out where does it cut the x-axis, so which means that it will cut x-axis at x equals to negative 6 and x equals to 1. Okay, so what I expect will be you are not allowed to write, okay, x plus 6 is equals to 0, so x is negative 6, then x minus 1 is equals to 0. Okay, therefore x is equals to 1. This working should not be displayed, okay, in any way around your work. Okay, so this x-intercept should be done mentally, okay, because we have an inequality here. So if you do this working, all right, in any way in your work, okay, so the whole thing will be considered wrong, okay, because you cannot say at 1 second, okay, is in inequality form, but in another second it become an equal sign. All right, so this working should not be shown in any way around your work, okay, but it should be done mentally. All right, so then we proceed with the fourth step, which is sketching the graph. Okay, since our quadratic expression in terms of ax squared, the coefficient of x squared, a is equals to 1, which is a positive. Okay, therefore it gives you a minimum graph. All right, and then it's because of it's greater than 0. Okay, therefore we are looking at anything above the x-axis. Okay, therefore we are looking at that two region. Okay, therefore for our y greater than 0, which means that this whole thing is bigger than 0, the range of value of x will be when x is less than 6. Okay, x less than negative 6. Okay, why is that x less than negative 6? Is because as you go to the left, the number is getting smaller. All right, so it's negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, negative 9, and so on. Okay, so the number will be getting smaller and smaller. Therefore, the region is defined by x less than negative 6. Whereas for this region, okay, as we go all the way to the right, the numbers will get bigger. Okay, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. Therefore, the region is defined by x is greater than 1. Okay, moving on, example 2. For what range of value of p will the equation, okay, have real roots? Okay, so from that equation, we know that our a is 1, our b will be a negative p, okay, a negative bracket p plus 2, and our c will be this whole thing, p squared plus 3p minus 3. Okay, since it says that it has a real roots, so for real roots, we know that the determinant should be greater or equal to 0. Okay, so determinant is b squared minus 4ac greater or equal to 0. Next will be substitute. Okay, your b is a negative p minus 2. Alright, b squared minus 4a is 1. c is p squared plus 3p minus 3. Expand. Okay, minus p minus 2 squared. You will get p squared plus 4p plus 4. Okay, so this whole thing come from that negative p minus 2 squared. Alright, then next will be negative 4 times p squared gives you negative 4p squared. Negative 4 times 3p gives you a negative 12p. And negative 4 times negative 3 gives you a 12p. 12. Alright, then simplify this expression. Okay, so you will get negative 3p squared minus 8p plus 16. Okay, and next will be factorize this quadratic, okay, using try and error. So you will have negative 3p plus 4 and p plus 4, okay, as the factor. Then next will be to find out where will it cut the x-axis. So in this factor here, okay, your p will be 4 over 3, okay, and 4 over 3 will be 1 over 3, which is in this. And from there, we will know that p is equal to negative 4. Okay, therefore it intercepts at negative 4. Okay, then looking at that quadratic, okay, we are looking at this quadratic and not that quadratic, okay, because we are sketching this. Okay, therefore it's a negative 3. Okay, your a is a negative, so therefore it's a maximum curve. Okay, so it's a set face. Okay, then we are looking at greater than 0, which means that we are looking at anything above our x-axis. Okay, this one is shaded in red color here. So this region will be defined as negative 4, which is less than or equals to p, which is less than or equals to 1 over 3. Okay, next example, example number 3. Okay, find the set of value k if the curve x squared plus 2y squared equals to 8 intersect the line y equals to 2x plus k at 2 points. Alright, so in order to do, our first step will be to solve both of the equations simultaneously. Alright, so by substitution, I just need to substitute y equals to 2x plus k into that equation. Okay, therefore x squared plus 2, my y become 2x plus k square equals to 8. Okay, then expand to x plus k square gives you 4x squared plus 4kx plus k squared. Bring 8 from a right hand side to the left hand side, become a negative 8. Okay, and next will be expand 2 times 4x squared become 8x squared. 2 times 4kx become 8kx. 2 times k squared gives you 2k squared. Right, then simplify this expression. You will have 9x squared plus 8kx plus 2k squared minus 8. Right, then therefore we will know that coefficient of a, which is anything that has x squared, okay, so coefficient of a will be 9. Coefficient of b, which is those that have an x, okay, that gives you 8k. And coefficient of c, okay, which means that those terms that don't have any x will be 2k squared minus 8. Okay, and because of the question say intersect at 2 points, okay, 2 points means your discriminant should be bigger than 0. Okay, 2 points mean two distinct points, all right, or two different points. So discriminant is b squared minus 4ac, that is greater than 0. Substitute, okay, your b is 8k, 4 times a, which is 9, c is 2k squared minus 8. All right, expand. 8k squared will be 8k times 8k gives you 64k squared. Okay, then negative 4 times 9 times 2k squared gives you negative 72k squared. Then negative 4 times 9 times negative 8 gives you positive 288. Okay, simplify this quadratic. 64k squared minus 72k squared gives you a negative 8k squared. Okay, plus 288 greater than 0. Alright, then I will factorize, take out the negative 8. So now I have k squared, and there's a change of sign because the negative negative become a positive. Okay, so it's k squared minus 36. Then move this negative 8 to the other side. It become a divide. Okay, therefore there's a change in inequality sign. Okay, so notice that there's a change of inequality sign if you multiply or divide both sides by a negative number. Okay, because we are moving this negative 8 from the left hand side to the right hand side. Okay, therefore there's a change in sign. Okay, we only change sign if you multiply or divide by a negative number. Okay, so k squared minus 36 is k squared minus 6 squared, which means it's a difference between 2 squared. So you have k minus 6, k plus 6. Alright, then it will intercept at k equals to 6 and k equals to negative 6. Okay, there will be the intercepts. And because we are now sketching k squared minus 6 squared, which is k squared minus 36, so our coefficient of for a will be equals to 1. Okay, so not here. We are sketching is k squared minus 36. Okay, the coefficient of a is 1, therefore it's a minimum curve. It's a smiley face. Okay, because of the region that we are looking at is less than 0. Okay, less than 0 means anything below our horizontal line. Okay, therefore we are looking at this region shaded in blue color. So for y less than 0, the value will be between negative 6 to 6. Okay, so which means that k will be bigger than negative 6, but then smaller than 6. Okay, less than 6. But because of, okay, the question is asking the sets of value, okay, therefore there's a note there saying that since the question requires you to find the set of value, so you need to write the answer in set notation form. Okay, so therefore our solution set is, okay, always must write it in curly bracket. Okay, start with the variable that we are looking at. In this case is k, so we will start with k. But if we are looking at x, so then we will start with x. Okay, followed by the range of value that you, for example, your answer. Okay, in this case is negative 6 less than k less than a 6. Okay, then put a comma, followed by k is an element of real number. Okay, that is a fix. Okay, it will not change in this case. All right, so the alphabet will change. Okay, the variable k will change depending on the question. All right, so hopefully there is a brief explanation on this week's notes. So please proceed to your textbook and answer this question. All right, so I think that's it for this week. If any question, please do not hesitate to contact me. All right, so see you in the next video. Bye bye.